Deep in a shadowy forest where ancient trees whispered secrets, lived a young girl with eyes that glowed like embers in the night. They called her cursed, a demon child, and one fateful night, her own parents left her there among the twisted branches and howling winds. She was only 8 years old. Years passed and the forest became her home. She learned its ways, how to read the stars, which berries would keep her alive, and how to set clever traps for small game. The girl who once cried herself to sleep now moved like a shadow through the undergrowth, her mysterious eyes lighting her path. One morning, checking her usual snare meant for squirrels, she found something extraordinary. A baby dragon, black as midnight with eyes red as blood, tangled in her trap. Most would have run in terror, but she saw something familiar in those eyes. The same loneliness, the same pain of abandonment. She freed the creature, expecting it to flee, but it stayed. Two outcasts finding comfort in each other's company. The dragon grew quickly, and so did their bond. It brought her fresh kills, kept her warm during harsh winters, and most importantly, gave her the family she'd been denied. But deep inside, a fire burned hotter than any dragon's breath, the bitter memory of betrayal. The village that cast her out still thrived beyond the forest's edge, its people living their lives as if they hadn't destroyed hers. Sometimes on quiet nights, she would stand at the forest's edge, her glowing eyes fixed on the distant lights of her former home. 10 years after being abandoned, she returned, not as the frightened child they'd cast away, but as something far more dangerous, a girl with a dragon's heart and eyes that burned with vengeance. The villagers saw her approaching on dragonback, her eyes and the dragons gleaming like twin infernos in the dusk. They say the screams could be heard for miles that night as dragon fire rained from above. By dawn, nothing remained of the village but ashes and memories. Some call it a tragedy, others call it justice. But in the end, it was simply the inevitable result of a society that feared what they didn't understand. And a girl who learned that family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's scales, fire, and a shared pain transformed into power.